Hey, what's going on everyone? Back here with another tier list video. We are doing Star Wars characters. This is one I just found. I don't know if it includes them all. Soon we have double ups though, of like old and young. So I guess we have to take that into consideration as well. But yeah, we're just going to be ranking them up. Best to worst. This is just my opinion. If you don't like it, please tell me why yours would be different in the comments section. Got my coffee, we'll be alright. Alright, I guess I don't know, like, I guess we'll just go from, the top down. I guess with Anakin is one of my favorite characters. That would mainly be because of his story arc and how, like, long it is and complex it is. And how much he impacted the storyline. And it is about, the whole series is realistically about Anakin. In a lot of ways, so I'll put him up there. Young Obi-Wan, I would also put up there, because I don't know, hello there. He's also one that I'm just like, you're fucking awesome. And, yeah, like, in the prequels with the Kenobi show coming up as well, I'm really excited to see these two back in action. I think as well, it's because of Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, I quite like those actors. A lot of people say the dialogue from 3 was quite bad and stuff, but to be honest, it's always been kind of shit. So yeah, I rate them pretty high. I might actually go mismatch out of order now, because there's a few that are going to be up top. Wicket? This bounty hunter. She can go down there. She wasn't really eventful. And she died within a very short span of time, so it's kind of like, Who the fuck is that? Is that... Oh, that's the one girl from number 6. Yeah, her presence on screen was kind of forgettable. I feel like the only reason people remember her is because of the lack of diversity in the original prequels. She was like one of 2, 3 females in the whole series. It was actually probably 4 or 5, but like, yeah, she was pretty forgettable. This guy is also quite forgettable. He's in Cloud City. He's like Lando's number 2 man, and yeah, he didn't really do much. I know it's a bit unfair to rate characters like that so low, but what do you want me to do? I can only go off what I have. Alright. Qui-Gon is my favorite Jedi Master by a country mile. He is probably what was considered a great Jedi. If the Force was like telling him to do something, he would let events unfold. He wouldn't try and prevent events or question them. So that's why I liked him so much. And for someone that's only in 1 movie, theoretically 2, he had such an impact on the story. It's his dying wish that led to Anakin being trained, so I think he gets props for that. Who else have we got? Dex Dexter is awesome. He's just cheeky, funny, quite rememberable. And the first one to sort of give information about the clones, so he's a big part. His story, he's got like 2 minutes screen time, and he was a giant progression in the plot, so he deserves to be quite high up for that. Jar Jar can go up here because fuck you all. I love Jar Jar. I think he's hilarious, and the theories about him are just great. Like, yes, his humor is fucking atrocious, but it's just like, you're not meant to take him fucking seriously. He's a comedic relief to make the first episode, which is a lot of political stuff, like, less serious. And I love it. I think it was fantastic. I can see why a lot of fans from the originals didn't like. They were a lot older when they watched it. So it came out in 99, but I marathoned 4, 5, 6, and then 1 in about 2001 or 2. So yeah, I watched them in order. I was just old enough to do so. Alright, here we got. I'm gonna go through ones I don't remember. I don't remember him at all. Don't remember him as well, but he's a good actor. He's in Criminal Minds a bit. I don't remember him either. And I've watched these a lot of times. This guy as well, I don't remember. Oh no, that's Paul Bettany. I remember him. Yeah. I'll put him in the middle. His character was kind of boring, but the performance by the actor was quite good. He didn't have a lot of screen. He was in one film. That was the Solo movie. Solo. Alright. Who we got? What the fuck is that? This guy was kind of... I'm going to put him up here as well. He was in the last 9th film, and he was the best part about it, if you ask me. It was great. It was just funny, and sort of like the new R2 after BB-8, even though BB-8's cool as shit too. She is quite good in the limited amount of time she had. She was in Solo. She was one of the Freedom Fighters, I think they're called. No, wait. Not Freedom. She's in fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier as well, so that just broke my brain. She's like, yeah, they're called extremists in the movie, I think, but they help out, and she impacted the plot quite well. She, in a short period of time, she was rememberable. It's kind of what I base things off. Do you remember them? What impact did they have? And why are you picking them? And I am sort of including my opinions on Legends / EU, or like comics and books and things, not just the films. If it was just the films, I would probably have very different opinions. Right, who we got now? This guy, fuck him. He's the leader of the Gungan army, or Gungan city, and he's rememberable, but like he has the same sort of comedic humor as say Jar Jar, and so does this guy. So this guy can sit here. They're like, you had one was enough, and they just weren't as funny. They were more serious, but it was like kind of like Oh, I could get shit on for that. I'm gonna put her in the middle. She's not as bad as people say. Like, her story arc wasn't the best, but that's writers. That's like up to the writers and stuff. That's not her fault. As an actor, as a character, she was fine. She played a part well. I kind of wish they explored her character more and gave her more room for creative thinking, because I reckon she could have been far more interesting as just a love interest for Finn. In saying that, I can't find him. The Wampa. Yeah, the Wampa can go up here because he slashed Luke's face open. They literally put him in because Mark Hamill was in a car accident and fucked up his face and had to have surgery, and it looked quite different. So they put injuries on his face to sort of like show that, like, to hide it, I guess. Wow, my list is going to look very, very weird. Commander Cody, if he was just movies, I would put him here. But I'm going off films as well. In TV shows. In the TV show, it was a really good character. And his ending is very sad. So I loved him. I thought he was fantastic. Finn is another one that's sort of like in the middle. Like, he's not terrible, but he's not fantastic either. Why can he fight Kylo Ren with a lightsaber? Like, you don't have to be a force wielder to use a lightsaber, but there is a lot of combat the Jedi use in combat to aid it. So the reaction times and stuff are completely different. Kylo should be able to slice him in half. And Kylo is quite good. So like the fact that Finn held his own, even though Kylo was injured, was just that bothered me. That was the worst piece of writing. Well, it was probably worse, but yeah, it was just bogus. I don't know if it was his character that bugged me, or if it's the same sort of scenario where the writers really failed him on that part. Kylo Ren deserves high up on the list. That actor played him so well with what he was given. He was a bit whingy like Anakin, but it was meant to parallel Anakin. He was pretty much the equivalent. I don't think that was a prophecy about him or anything, but that was sort of the similar arc. But like, he was chasing after his grandfather, but only as Darth Vader. He didn't know much about Anakin and what he did before. And he kind of, I think the Emperor / Snoke sort of made out that Anakin failed when he was a Jedi, and he failed when he was a Sith. Like, I don't know. Episode 7 and 9 was so fucking all over the place that they just weren't consistent. This guy's a sook, so he can go down here. Fuck him. Old Palpatine and young Palpatine. This guy was fine. Put him there. He was in Solo. He was there for a few minutes. He wasn't bad. He wasn't great. This guy, for the limited amount of time he had, he was really good. He was like sacrificing himself and that. That was brilliant. And he made a large impact, and the actor's really good. Fuck, we're getting there. Same sort of deal, kind of like an average performance done by him. The actor did well, but like nothing amazing came out of it. And he seems to just disagree with everything the Jedi said. That was all he was there for, I really believe, was to just be the opposite opinion. Yoda is a good character. He's mysterious, which is what I love about him. Like, I like that it's not explained about his species and stuff. I don't want them to go into it. Good stories have mystery, because not everything's answered off the bat. Alright. Little Boba, I'm gonna put him down the bottom, because in the show he was fucking annoying. In the movie he was kind of annoying as well. I just thought he was not good. Yeah, in the show he was just a grumpy prick. Like, I don't even know. It was just bad. This girl, in the middle, she left a good impact on the story, and her small amount of time was rememberable. She wasn't the most amazing character, but she fits the criteria for a middle. Like, if she did sacrifice herself, I reckon she'd be in D or F, but yeah. I'm gonna put him, Uncle Owen, down there. I don't think we're meant to like him. He played his part well. In comics and that, he really does not like Obi-Wan at all. He thinks it led to Anakin's death, and he doesn't want the same outcome for Luke, so he gets the spot there. And speaking of him, she can sort of stay in the same area. She was almost a positive reinforcement for Luke. She more wanted to let him go join the academy, and he just was hell-bent on not doing it. That's the thing. Alright, so we got dismantled 3PO, which he was hilarious for the small. Yeah, he was really good. I liked him. But like, 3PO through the whole lot, definitely on top. He is so funny. Same with R2. Like, just these two are the only ones that have seen through the whole saga. R2's the only one with memory of the whole saga. C-3PO had his mind wiped between 3 and 4. But I think he recovered it later. They never really explained that properly, which annoyed me. I don't remember him at all. Is there anyone else I don't remember? I don't really remember them. Well, that might be it for memory. I don't remember her. I haven't seen the sequels as many times, so like some of them I just don't remember. Oh yeah, he was a bit of a dick. He can go there. He was sort of like a con artist that aided Finn in that, but didn't aid him at the same time. Briggs, I would sit up here because he's got a good connection to Luke and knew his father, but they cut that all out, so I've got to put him down there. We're gonna talk. There was a scene that was cut from the film about him and Luke chatting about his fight. Actually, I'll show you.
You sure you can handle this shit,
sir? Luke is the best bush pilot in the Outer Rim territories.
I met your father once when I was just a boy. He was a great pilot. You've got half the skill he had. You'll do all right.
Clip. And we're back. Yeah, so after that clip, I actually thought it would have been good to include that to link up the two the lot together a little bit better in a later edition, but they didn't do that, so that's the problem there. I loved him. I thought he was funny. He was like the Star Wars version of Rocket from Marvel, which is really funny. BB-8, I'm sorry you're not as good as R2, but you're pretty fantastic. You're funny, you're adorable, and you're good comedic relief. Padme? I'll put her up here, because in the Clone Wars she was quite good. In the film she was fucking annoying, but yeah. Snarlack, you just eat people, so yeah, you can go up there, buddy. I thought this guy, he is one of the most hated, but he is funny. I like him. Same with Sebulba, like, they're both funny comedic relief, which I think's fantastic. Oh, it's Bill Weasley. Bill Weasley was like a sort of like, I feel like he was based off like, not Hitler, sort of like Hitler or Heimlich. Sort of second in charge. It was very Nazi crossover between the sequels and like the way that like you've got the whole him talking to the army and they're all saluting and stuff, and it's like, whoop. Yeah, I might get yelled at for a few of these because they're going to be like, they were not in the movie that long. Oh well, I watched the TV shows too, so you can go there. Pretty forgettable. Actually, I'll put him lower. Because he was just there to be paranoid. I think I thought he was quite average. Fuck this guy too. Like, honestly, he was just... What is that? Like, seriously, what is that? Why? I can't see what that is. I have no idea. Wicket? Yeah, you can go up there. Wicket's adorable. He's cute. Young Han, in the middle, played the role fine, did well enough with what he was given. Put a Han up there. Wow, this might actually require more room. Mace is really cool too. He was quite unique as a Jedi. He invented his own saber form that was a sort of, it's a extreme form version of Form 7 where he actually uses little bursts of the dark side to aid his power, but he can control it. This lady was good in Solo. She was sort of like Woody Harrelson's love interest, which was fine. Put him there too. Actually, he was funny. Like, I'll put him in C. He was quite hilarious. But I hurt my thumbs. Boom. We're getting down low. Snoke was pretty crappy as a villain and got killed really easily in a way that was kind of bogus. So I was a bit like, I didn't like Snoke as a villain. I thought he was quite pathetic. He's meant to be like the equivalent of Palpatine, really, but then Palpatine ended up being the main villain, so I thought that was a bit odd. Pretty forgettable character. Did I just lose one? No? Okay. Didn't do much. Was same with anyone else that was quite forgettable? We're getting to yeah, this guy. I barely remember him saying something. I've watched the films tons of times too, so if I'm saying I don't remember them, it's saying something. The two droids that were quite funny as well were these two. They were just a good laugh from Solo and Rogue One. I really enjoyed them. Alan Tudyk played this one. I can't remember who played her. She was funny. She started a droid revolution. What's not to love? To me, Skywalker gets top because, like, Anakin was conceived with the Force, but she was pretty much like the kickoff for the whole story, like, and the way she raised him through slavery and all that made Anakin the boy he was. It's quite good. Young Han Solo is also quite good. I like him. Young Leia, the very good characters, very well developed. Who else have we got? Where's Luke? There's old Luke. Do we have young Luke? I can't be this blind. We'll move on. I'm gonna put young Annie there. People give him shit all the time, and it's like he was 9 years old and he did the best with what he was given. And a lot of people hated him because of the character, and I just thought it was a complete injustice. He's now schizophrenic and off the grid, like he barely goes in public because of how people have treated him from that film. He was a kid. Young child. Ooh, young Luke. Here we go. Yeah, I like young Luke. He was a really good character, one of my favorite. Yeah, Luke's pretty much had an Anakin moment, used the dark side, and then realized the power it gave it up, so he did what Anakin couldn't. Old Luke was fine, but they really failed him with the writing, I think. They could have done better. Chewie is up there because he's just fantastic. He's funny and just beats people up. Like, who doesn't love that? Chewie's friend, mostly forgettable, wasn't in it very long, can't really gain an opinion on a character like that. It's kind of hard, so you put him down lowish. Vader is also one of my favorites. Yeah, I'll put him there. He's a villain across the whole lot, and he's a legend. Everyone fears him. So when Luke, post the 6th film, when Luke had killed him, or like cut his hand off and dragged him, he died, everyone feared Luke. And that's the impact that Vader had. You could even argue that Vader was scarier than Palpatine, because no one really ever saw Palpatine. But yeah, you got to put the 2 Palpatines in B at least. Actually, I'll put the young one up top. Because if you go by legends, he was the reason Anakin was conceived. He also was controlling the Federation and the Clone Army. He was pulling all the strings. He was just a really well-developed character, and he had everyone fooled. Same with Dooku. Dooku and but yeah, Qui-Gon share a lot of parallels in their beliefs, where the Jedi ended up corrupted by their own power or ego. So he left. He was never really a Sith. Like, he used the dark side, but at the same time, it was more just in his own interest. He wasn't he wasn't pure hate. Like, say Maul. Maul was a hell-bent, hateful person that thrived on pain. Dooku just sort of did what the Force guided him to do, which is quite, like, that's a big thing. I've just realized, I don't think Maul's on here. Oh, there he is. Cool. Maul's fucking cool. Has a big impact across all the TV shows and movies. You gotta watch Rebels to see his arc develop, and Clone Wars. Damn. Grievous is sort of just a really angry cyborg that just chops up Jedi for fun. What do you want me to say about him? His technology was pretty similar to what Vader's suit was, that his was a lot better. Plo Koon is also one of my favorites. You're probably going, why is he up top? In the TV shows, he's fantastic. There is actually a point where he uses a Jedi mind trick on about 30 civilians. And he was such a pivotal role in the Clone Wars, and he was one of the best Jedi at the time. And he really did well. Same with not Ki-Adi-Mundi, this guy. Can't remember his fucking name. Because that's Ki-Adi-Mundi. The big guy, yeah, that guy, which he can go in the middle. He only had a few lines. He died pretty quick. But in the TV show, he wasn't huge as well. Like, I don't remember him in the TV show often. But yeah, that's sort of what happens, I guess. Some characters get forgotten. Boba Fett, I do not understand the big deal about him. I haven't finished The Mandalorian. I got lazy. But, like, he had, like, 20 minutes screen time, if that. Same with Django. I don't understand the... Like, I'd say Django's a little bit better, but... I'm gonna get killed for that. But, like, they're both pretty average. Like, I'm actually... Just in fairness, I'm gonna put them next to each other. They weren't really as... Like, at least Boba had a bit more in Clone Wars and stuff. Because fucking Django had his head chopped off before it started. Yeah, I know who she is, but she's just a singer from the show that gets eaten by the Rancor. I was like, cool. Same deal, really forgettable, was in it for about 10 seconds, can't really form an opinion. I can't remember who that is. Apparently I'm a Buddhist. Old Ben Kenobi is also a fantastic character. I don't think I could pick between them. Not at all. Largely forgettable, he's where Grievous is hiding and they aid Obi-Wan in taking him down with some military. Leia, older Leia I didn't like as much as young Leia. I think it's what her character just seemed off. There's something about it that just didn't seem right. This girl, largely forgettable as well. She was the one that got like one of the Jedi that got obliterated by clone troopers in the third film. I don't remember her being in the TV show much either. Can't believe Ahsoka's not on here. I should have done one with TV shows, because there's a lot of characters. Rancor, he eats people. What's not to love? This guy helped with the plan, so he was quite important, and the character was well played. This is another one where they just got a character to fucking disagree with everyone just to have an opposing opinion. Same with him, really. He was just the other Chancellor. This woman, she's a Jedi. She's the most useless fucking Jedi I've, like, in the whole thing. Like, in the third game, which used to be canon, Anakin literally just kills her in 2 seconds. And, like, in the second film, when they're looking for Camino, she's like, oh, if it's not on our records, it doesn't exist. I'm like, I haven't got a map of this place, doesn't mean it's not real. Like, either that was poor wording on the writer's part, or she was just not a good character. Old Lando was pretty sweet. It was cool to see him come back. It was pretty nostalgia based though. In the Clone Wars, he's a lot more important and a lot more explored, so I recommend going to watch that. I'll link actually what everything I got my opinion based on. Oh god. Jabba the Hut. It's just another one who's fine. Like, he's not amazing, he's not bad. Greedo, if you count the deleted scene, I guess he could be in C, but I'm gonna put him in D. I don't know. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure there's a deleted scene in one where a very young Greedo gets into a fight with Annie. It's the first time you see like young Annie kind of be violent. Pretty forgettable there. This guy was actually really good. He played his role really well. The actor's brilliant, and he even like faced up, like he stood up to Vader at one point, like verbally. He was pretty much the main sort of leader villain in Rogue One. Yes, Rogue One. And yeah, one thing that annoyed me about that film is they made Darth Vader make a really bad pun, and I was kind of like, that was so out of place. It wasn't funny. I was just like, that's weird. She can go in there because she just fucks with everyone. I like her. It's actually Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones, the actress, and she played the role well. She was, I think the fact she never took her helmet off left mystery surrounding her and made her seem a bit scarier. This is just a guy with a heavy machine gun that runs around in Rogue One. And where's the mystic fucking blind guy that's like a, I don't know, martial arts expert? And then another one where it's like, okay. He was force sensitive, I think, but he didn't actually have lightsabers. He wasn't a Jedi. This guy was pretty, he just kind of clicked a lot. Watto, we don't like Watto, fuck him. He was well played, he's just a dick, we're not meant to like him. I'm gonna say, put him up here. He was one of the most formidable leaders in the Empire throughout the series and films. And he has been redone so many times, and he's a great character. And he's not worried about resulting to torture tactics or killing a bunch of people to get what he wants. He is ruthless. That's why he was a really good captain during the Clone Wars, because he was just so ruthless. Yeah. Lando can be an A. I like Lando. He's cheeky, he's funny, he's got a good sense of humor. He's a large role in the last film especially. And he double crosses Darth Vader. That's got to take balls, right? She probably doesn't get the recognition she deserves. She was like the fake queen, Keira Knightley. It was played well enough for me to put her up pretty high. I'll probably like move some things around because I'll be like, I can't really say that character's better than that one. Fish dude, it's a trap. That's all you have to say. That is like one of the most remembered lines from Star Wars. So you get to see it in C, buddy. For that reason alone. This guy just got... Oh, there's going to be spoilers in a second. This guy got really fat and shot by Boba at Jabba's palace. So, yeah, you can go down here. Shock T. I would put her higher, but like they kind of like in the movies she died really quickly. When Star Wars Force Unleashed was canon, she was quite cool, but they made that non-canon. I guess I could put her in C, but oh yeah, I'll put her in C because she trains clones in the Clone Wars TV show and it's quite well. She was one of my favorite protagonists out of the later films. I thought she was much better than Rey. And for once the main character wasn't a Jedi, and it was like, yay! Rey can sit down there because it's not the actor's fault. She did exactly what was needed to be done. It's just the character was so poorly written. I think I would be a bit more forgiving if she wasn't a Palpatine. That was just weird and unnecessary. He was a pretty good protagonist, like Rogue One as well, played the role really well. The actor did what he did best, and he's quite a good character. He was fun to do. I love Childish Gambino, especially from Community. I thought he played Lando really well. Maybe not as well as the other Lando, but like really well. I just love that actor, I think. She is great. She's in some of the games, like she's in Star Wars Battlefront 2 game, and she's just so cheeky and like witty and isn't afraid to give Han shit. Oh, I just love it. This fucker just giggles at everything. I don't know why. Like, yeah. And same with her. Like her, I don't really like her either. Like, just the way it's the most monotoned, boring fucking character. Like, I'd put him up in A. He was a great character. I thought he was really good. She was also quite good in what she did. But yeah, so... See, I could easily put Darth Vader up top. And Palpatine up top. But I had to make some decisions to sort of justify things. I might put him in F. And just swap up no one, because they all suck. See, like, I think most of this is to my liking. E I could probably put up in A, but I won't. You can tell where my sense of humor lies. I guess that's like the best I can do. And this is literally just based on like what I thought as the character, how the actor did, and like what was their impact to the story. It's not super thought out. It's just meant to be a bit of fun. If tell me what you would do differently, because I feel like mine would line up with like a large group of people. Hopefully. I think having the young and older versions of characters made it a bit harder, if I'm honest. So yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know what to do. Check the description. Check all the social medias. I'm on them. I'm on most now. Pretty active, or I try to be as active as possible. But I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now. Look at that, it's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. Now, a shout out to my lovely patrons, all of you. You make the channel better. You help fund my dream. This is my passion. Let's work together and build this community up, shall we? I am also on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord. If you enjoy those things, come say hello. Everyone is welcome. And thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Good night.